I'll discuss this with journalist Erem Kansoy. Many thanks for joining us on the programme. Now, the Kurdish issue has been a bone of contention between Sweden and Turkey for a number of years now. But do you really expect Sweden to turn its back on the Kurds now that NATO membership seems within reach?
Yes, actually, because of the Kurdish people living in the diaspora as a whole oppose the genocidal attack of the Turkish state. Everyone who supports it knows that they are partners in the Kurdish genocide process. Of course, the skeptical of those who support the genocidal attacks against Kurds can already be predicted that he will reflect this on this action, discourse, and relations. Also, the Sweden can fulfill the anti-Kurdish demands demanded by the Erdogan government will be revealed in the upcoming period. It is very central that uses concepts such as democracy to put people who have immigrated from the war to the bearing table with their murderers. If this happens, it means that there will be radical changes in Sweden's political orientation. And I know that the Kurdish public is following this very closely.
Yeah, so what would Sweden's compliance with Turkey's demands mean for the Kurdish diaspora based in Sweden, since it would allow the extradition of Kurds to Turkey?
Basically, the Kurdish freedom struggle has deep-rooted friends in Sweden: radical Democrats, liberations, ecologists, feminists, supporters of human rights and freedoms. Shoulder to shoulder with the Kurds would prevent the Swedish state from fully supporting the Kurdish genocide process, and that means highly reflections will be by the Kurdish community against to the Swedish government.
Do you think Stockholm's move could lead to a serious public discontent within the country?
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
Do you think Stockholm's move could lead to any sort of serious public discontent within the country?
Definitely. There will be a really harsh process, basically, and it is understood from the Erdogan statements that he expects support from Sweden for all anti-Kurdish war policies. The statements made by the Swedish Prime Minister in Turkey imply that they can give this support. However, it will not be easy for a state like Sweden to prepare people under the threat of genocide or at the NATO bearing table. Therefore, Erdogan will want much more from Sweden. In the upcoming period, the result reached in this dirty bargain will also answer whatever Sweden joins NATO or not. We will see that in the future, definitely. But Sweden's effort to gain NATO membership by being hostile in the world shows that it is in a great weakness in terms of democracy and freedom in the simplest terms, basically, because Kurdish people are under genocide right now. And obviously, we need to remind Sweden of few issues. Let me please give you a couple of examples. 10 million people gave a naturalized document straight that Abdullah Öcalan is their leader, even though this is an issue to be sentenced in Turkey. The population of Sweden is 11 million. Only the HDP's votes in Turkey, which is the PKK leaders Abdullah Öcalan's invention, basically, is equal to the population of the Sweden. The Swedish Prime Minister should think twice before labeling anyone as a terrorist. Those who labels tens of millions of people as a terrorist are actually supporting terrorism.
Thanks for joining us on the programme. Really appreciate your insight and your time. Journalist Erem Kansoy.
Thank you.